Hello there. Welcome to this video. Let's get a quick and complete overview on how to use the newest CorelDRAW release 2018. Leave us tips and suggestions below this video to improve our next video guides dedicated to CorelDRAW. CorelDRAW is a professional software used to realize vector drawings and logos, import and adjust pictures, and add great pieces of text. In this video, we will see all the basic tools and features you need to start for the first time. When opening CorelDRAW, its welcome screen opens with everything you need to start quickly. You can get extra resources, tutorials, galleries, and templates, or continue with an existing document with Open Document. To create and start with a new project, go to the New Document button and set all of its options, such as name, format, with width, height, and orientation customizable, the number of pages, and other advanced options more below, such as the color mode and resolution. When going to OK, the new document shows up on the workspace under a new tab with its name on top. All the main features are collected around the big document preview. On the left, you have the toolbox with all the main tools available inside CorelDRAW, divided in sections. Some of these buttons collect multiple tools inside when they show a black corner. In this case, just click and hold on to choose from the list, and release the click on the interested tool to enable it. On top, you have the menu, the standard, and the property bars, used to adjust options and properties on objects and tools. On the right, you have the panels showing information on your document and a quick and easy interface to edit objects. In particular, the Hints panel shows additional suggestions on how to use the tools and can be useful in case you're starting from a beginner level. In case you miss any bar or palette, you can open these by going to the Window tab and then to Dockers to open panels and Toolbars to reopen bars. Inside a CorelDRAW document, you have three kinds of objects: the vectors, used to realize graphic drawings, the bitmap objects, importing photos and pictures, and the annotations, used to add comments and text. To start drawing vectors, you can use all the tools inside the third section of the toolbox. With the Freehand tool, you can draw lines and close shapes freehand by clicking and dragging on your workspace. You can also draw straight lines by clicking twice. The Polyline tool works just like the Freehand tool, with the difference that you go on dropping lines and curves, all connected through the last node fixed. To finish drawing, just close the shape or double-click on the last point. The three-point curve is used to draw arcs. Click and hold on your pointer to drop the segment, then release to define the shape, and click on the drawing when the arc is good. The B-spline, Bezier, or the pen tool are used to draw curves in different ways. B-spline drops curves through consecutive segments. The Bezier and the pen tools draw curves according to the nodes fixed and the tangent directions defined besides them. We won't see these in this video. The Artistic Media tool is used to draw freehand with a special style and trace chosen from the property bar. Changing the brush type between brush and sprayer. All the other tools from rectangle to polygon are used to drop regular shapes, such as polygons and ellipses, by clicking and dragging on the workspace. CorelDRAW has several drawing aids to help you at drawing your vectors quickly and easily, such as the rulers, the grid on the workspace, and the guidelines, which are dashed horizontal or vertical axis used as reference, created by clicking and dragging from the rulers. All these drawing aids can be turned on or off by using their respective buttons on the standard bar. In addition, you can use Snap To inside the standard bar to enable snappings to the grid, the guidelines, or important objects' key points, such as nodes or points on edges represented through squares, midpoints through triangles, and centers through circles. To draw more precisely, use your mouse wheel to zoom in and out on the workspace around your pointer. Now, let's see how to adjust and edit the vector objects on the document. Enable the Pick tool and click on the object to select it. At this point, you adjust its appearance by using either the Property bar on top or the Object Properties panel on the right. Use the Property bar to adjust the line thickness, trace, or add any arrow shape on the endpoints. In case of regular shapes, you can set the kind of shape and find the corners. Use the Object Properties panel to adjust the object appearance in detail. Under Outline, correct the line thickness, color, and style. Under Fill, add filling to close shapes and choose its properties more below. Use Uniform Fill to add a solid color and Fountain Fill to apply a color gradient, choosing its kind at the bottom and its direction through its preview. Then, click on the markers to set the color to use and the transparency percentage. Use Vector and Bitmap Pattern Fill to apply ready-made patterns or images. Under Transparency, apply a flat transparency or use any gradient or patterns as seen for the filling options. The second button inside the toolbox collects all the tools used to edit and apply effects on vectors by clicking and dragging on them. In this video, we will see just the Shape tool. When you enable the Shape tool, click on the drawing to select it to start editing. You can adjust the corners of a rectangle, move each node, or shape a curve by dragging the blue anchors tangent to its nodes. You can add new nodes and further customize the shape by double-clicking on the vector edge. Inside CorelDRAW, you can also adjust and edit pictures, here called bitmap objects. You can import these by dragging and dropping them inside your document, or you can go to File, Import, and browse for your image. At this point, click and drag on the document to define its size and position on it. Each image gets a vector contour that delimits its borders, which can be edited with the Shape tool just seen in order to crop the image as you like. On the Property bar, use Edit Bitmap to edit the picture with Corel Photo Paint and Trace Bitmap to transform your picture into groups of drawings with colored fill. On the Object Properties panel, you can use the Transparency panel to apply transparency effects on the picture as seen for vectors. To apply advanced corrections and effects, you can use all the features inside the Bitmaps tab. For example, you can use Image Adjustment Lab to adjust color temperature, tint, and saturation, including brightness and contrast levels. Remember that you can undo any effect or change applied by using Ctrl and Z. Inside CorelDRAW, you can add text and annotations with the Text tool. When you enable it, click and drag on the workspace to create a text box which defines where the text content can spread. Then type inside and adjust the text properties from the Property bar, such as font family, size, and style. These changes affect just the piece of text that is selected. In addition, use the Object Properties panel to set the text color, its background color and alignment. You can add any outline, applying a solid color, or any gradient as seen for vector filling. In case you see the text box in a red color, make sure to size it properly with its black nodes in order to show what's hidden. Whereas, if text is covered by other objects, you can adjust its visibility from the Object Manager panel on the right by dragging and moving such object up or down in respect to other elements. Now, let's see how to manage and edit vectors, images, and annotations. First of all, select the object with the Pick tool. Then, click and drag it to move, and use its black nodes to scale. If you click once again on the object, its black nodes change in order to skew and rotate. The object is rotated according to the center point that you can move as you like. Click once again to come back to the scaling nodes. To move, scale, and rotate the selected object precisely, just use the left side of the property bar, typing and applying with the Enter key. To cut, copy, paste, or delete a selected object, just right-click on it. To apply modifications on multiple objects at the same time, you have to select all of them first. Enable the Pick tool and click and drag on the workspace to create a selection area that selects all the objects within it. CorelDRAW has advanced tools to apply effects to vectors, images, and annotations inside the 6th section of the toolbox. As for this video, we will see just the Extrude tool. The Extrude tool is used to turn a 2D object into a 3D one. Enable the tool and click and drag from any object path to add extrusion. Then you can move the cross to change the extrusion direction and slide the small rectangle in the middle to set depth. The extrusion created is linked to the original 2D object. If you modify its shape, also the extrusion changes. Moreover, you can rotate the extrusion by clicking once on it. Click and drag within the green dashed circle to 3D rotate and use the green arrows to 2D rotate. Consider that you won't be able to correct the extrusion direction once you rotate. With the Extrude tool enabled and the object selected, you can use the property bar to set the extrusion type, depth, and appearance. Use extrusion color to apply color to the extrusion, such as the object fill color with Use Object Fill, an independent color with Use Solid Color, and any color gradient with Use Color Shading. Use extrusion bevels to adjust the bevels, and extrusion lighting to add up to 3 lights from any direction. To remove any extrusion, click on Clear Extrusion. Now let's see how to save and export your document. Go to File, Save As, and choose under Type the file format. CDR is used for CorelDRAW projects used to open and edit your document later, whereas PDF to render and export your document. Thanks for watching this video. To discover free and outstanding guides, feel free to visit our YouTube channel.